It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. I am Gwendolyn Morton. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Mountain Adventures, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea, and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea. Fort Boonesborough State Park has made a tough decision. It will keep its campground closed until August due to flood damage. Kentucky Department of Parks Deputy Commissioner Will Adams said the decision was made as electrical outlets campers hook up to and need to be completely replaced. When floodwaters swept through the park, the outlets were fried. Officials report that they will rebuild, but it will take some time for the new parts to come in. Excuse me. Last night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Michael and Samantha were joined by players and coaches from the Madison Central Region Championship team. One of the questions asked from Michael to Coach Feldhouse was if any point in the season, with all the challenges the team faced, if he thought they would have been better served to have not played this year at all.
No, I mean, I think especially the kids were very resilient the whole time. And we had 2 or 3 games where, I mean, it was really bad. Second half of the first time we played North Laurel down there, right after quarantine, it was horrible. But we kind of did have an excuse there because we hadn't been in the gym forever. And then the second time we played them here, and that's when I was out, and we just laid down and quit the second half, and that was bad. But I liked the way the kids responded, like the next day when we have those film sessions that you don't like to have after those bad games. They weren't pouting, they weren't feeling sorry for themselves. I think they bought in and kind of understood that, hey, we're better than this. And I mean, we knew all along we were. It was just a matter of kind of getting into a routine and getting into a rhythm. And we think we found that rhythm at the right time now.
Well, I think a lot of times, too, it was the first half of a lot of games. You showed the glimpses of what you could be, and then
the third quarter rolled around.
Yeah, that goes back to the conditioning part.
Yeah.
Not having the guys in the gym for good quality practice time together. I think that played a part, and just not having everybody together too. So I think we won't really call them excuses, but there were a lot of factors that kind of led to maybe the way we played there midway through the season.
Assistant coach Jared Pyatt talked about his role on the staff and trying to keep everyone grounded during the tournament run.
And Daniel talks about it all the time, being in the state tournament team and going through the run, the regional tournament and the state tournament, not too high, not too low. So I kind of take that. I'm kind of a fiery guy. I like to get people fired up, and I usually have a lot to say. But I felt like in that situation, if we were going to have any letdown at all, it wasn't going to be from a lack of complacency. And if we just even keel, stay right in the middle, enjoy it after it's over, but get to the finish line. Don't just stand right next to it. We want to cross it, and we want to be victorious. So I like Daniel. We talk about it all the time, not too high, not too low. It really kind of helps me understand too, hey, it's not too high, not too low. So I just try to give that to them. Daniel,
as a JV coach, as a younger coach, you see some of these guys, out there playing when you've told them something, whenever you've had them in your lineup as the JV coach. So you have to feel pretty good when you see them out there doing something and you had an impact on them.
Oh, absolutely. Like last year, for example, Will and Jalen were playing for me, starting JV, and I could tell back then that they had potential to be a very good players to help Coach Feldhouse on the varsity level, and it is fun to see that them grow as each year and progress each year and get better as the season goes on as well.
We also spoke to the 4 seniors on the team who all remember the state championship game in 2013.
I want to know, who was at the 2013 Rupp Arena championship game? Were any of the 4 of you there?
I think we all were there, yeah.
What do you remember most from that? What can you take away from that?
That jumper.
Yeah. We all remember that. But I mean, have you comprehended at all yet that that's going to be you playing on that floor
Wednesday? Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I
was talking to Coach Park about that today. It's just like, I remember when I was a kid, like missing school and going to watch them play and like thinking like how awesome that was.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, and it's just crazy that, like, I'm there now. Like, we're all there. Like, it's just wild.
All right, let's talk about how hard this season has been before we let you guys go. You know, how hard has it been with everything that you all have faced? Obviously, you know, I can't imagine losing your father, like the way you guys have just overcame that adversity, and then the adversity of Jalen's father passing away, and the quarantining and Coach Feldhouse getting hurt. I mean, it felt like everything was against you all, especially this year with everything that you guys have faced.
From day one, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like I mean, you can look at it like that, like everything's been against us, but I feel like we have more motivation to do it than anybody in the state. And our team, we're probably one of the closer teams, strong, like as friends, like outside of basketball, as anybody I've ever seen. So, and it definitely brought us together. I mean, and it's tough to get over that. And I know Jalen's been dealing with it, but I mean, ever since, like, he's been going crazy. He's been hooping. Yeah. So I mean, I think we can just keep going
just keep striving, right?
Just keep going.
Your dads both would be so proud, wouldn't they?
Thank you.
Really.
If you missed any of the show last night, you can go back and watch it on the WBON TV Facebook page or on the WBON YouTube channel. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you would like to purchase tickets for the game tomorrow, there are still a lot for sale. Go to khsaa.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you will find the 2021 boys basketball ticket link. Click and then scroll down to the Madison Central link to purchase your tickets. If you aren't able to make it out to cheer on the Indians tomorrow, Michael Watkins and Tom Gross will have the call on WLFX 106.7 The Pinnacle. Listen over the radio or online at WLFX.com. Lots of great ways to watch and listen tomorrow on that big game with Central. Secretary of State Michael Adams announced that for the third consecutive month, Kentucky removed more voters than its rolls had added. In February, 3,069 new voters registered and 5,106 voters were removed. 4,274 deceased voters, 632 voters who voluntarily deregistered, 198 felony convicts, and 2 mentally disabled voters. There are 2,037 fewer voters on the rolls as of February 28th than of January 31st, a 0.6% decrease. Secretary Adams credits his seriousness about election integrity with making possible the significant expansion of voter access in House Bill 574, the major election reform bill expected to become part of law this legislative season. Kentuckians trust us to make it easier to vote only because they've seen us make it harder to cheat. Democratic registrants represent 47% of the electorate with 1,658,469 registered voters. Democratic registration dropped by 2,247 since January 31st. That is a 0.4% decrease. Republican registrants totaled 1,572,857, or 44% of voters. Republicans saw a decrease of 512 registered voters, a decline of 0.3% from January 31st. In addition, 9% of voters are listed under the other affiliation, which saw an increase of 722 registrants, a 0.2% increase. Well, with that, we're going to go to the very first break of the day. After this, we've got more news about COVID and all other news from around the area. With WBON TV, I'm Crendolyn Morton.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. at Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985. Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON TV. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Affordable heating and air for all your heating and air needs. Call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, veggies, and locally produced meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvin. For the first time, the Madison County Health Department will be offering walk-in vaccination clinics at the Richmond location through Thursday. As vaccines last, WBON TV spoke via Zoom to Kelly McBride of the Health Department, who explained that they do not want to waste a single vaccine dose, which is why the new option has come to fruition. With that story, here's Marissa Hempel.
So Kelly, there is a vaccination update from the Madison County Health Department. Do you care to share the details of that?
The Madison County Health Department is accepting walk-ins for COVID-19 vaccinations today, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week only from 2:30 to 3:30. We don't want any leftovers. We don't like leftovers, and especially leftover COVID-19 vaccine. Occasionally that happens. There may be some extra doses in the vial, or if someone doesn't show up for their vaccination appointment, we could possibly have some left over. So we're going to take this week by week. So for right now, it's just this week, the next 3 days at the Madison County Health Department.
And this is the first time you all have done the walk-ins, because before you always had to have an appointment, correct?
Absolutely, because it was just too chaotic if we said, walk-ins available. And that's another reason we're doing it at the end of the day, just for 1 hour between 2:30 and 3:30.
So basically anyone, just like you said, can just walk up to the health department in Madison County.
Just at the Richmond location.
Is this just for the first dose? Can people who've already gotten the first dose come in and get their booster or not?
No, this is going to be Moderna, and the folks who have received their first dose will be scheduled to get their next dose. So today it would be a first dose for those who are walking in.
Now I should ask, because I see people talk about this online, and it may seem obvious, but you probably need to clear the air. If you've gotten Moderna, you cannot get Pfizer and vice versa, right?
That is my understanding, that there's no need to mix the vaccines. If your first dose is Pfizer, your second dose should be Pfizer. If your first dose is Moderna, your second dose should be Moderna.
Well, great. Moving forward, you said you're going to take this week by week. Are you thinking that this possibly could be an ongoing thing with the walk-in appointments?
Yes, because when they have some of those leftover doses, it is important for people who are close by to be able to come into the health department on a short notice. Sometimes we've had to advertise that we've got some doses left over, and if the people in the businesses close by can get here on short notice to take those doses, that's very important. So yeah, we don't want any leftovers. So we're going to try this week and see how that goes for the 1 hour at the end of the day. We are promoting a Crush COVID campaign, and we are inviting Madison Countyans to crush COVID-19 by obtaining a vaccination. Right now, the eligible phases are phase 1A, 1B, 1C, and phase 2, which includes those who are 40 years old and older. And we anticipate that to be expanded further as the weeks progress.
Well, great. As always, thank you for the good information, and keep us updated as these vaccinations continue to roll out, Kelly.
Will do. Thank you.
Thanks, Marissa, for that story. As part of their campaign to crush COVID, the health department offers a profile picture on the Facebook that can be downloaded as well to help raise awareness to crush the virus in Madison County. Please encourage your family, friends, and neighbors to set an appointment to become vaccinated. These two websites, vaccinefinder.org or scheduleyourvaccine.com. And remember, as McBride said, these walk-in appointments will only continue as supplies of the Moderna vaccine given to the health department last. So if you're looking for a vaccine, that's a good option right there with the new walk-in clinic. Well, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention announced Monday that the federal eviction moratorium will be extended through June 30th, 2021, helping more renters stay stably housed through the pandemic and safe from the spread of COVID-19. Under the CDC order from September 4th, 2020 through June 30th, 2021, tenants cannot be evicted for non-payment of rent if they sign and submit a declaration form to their landlord, property owner, or property manager. Tenants who previously signed a declaration and submitted it to their landlord should not be asked to resubmit and will have continued protection until June 30th, 2021. The CDC order does not relieve the tenant's obligation to pay rent, and tenants must comply with the terms under the lease. Well, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet advises motorists of scheduled pothole repair operations. Rolling roadblocks will be utilized for the work. Tomorrow, March the 31st, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then Thursday, April 1st, midnight to 6 a.m. 75 northbound pothole repair work will be in effect for the following locations. Operations will begin on the northbound side at milepoint 94 and progress to the Fayette-Madison County line at milepoint 97. Work will then move to the southbound side for the Madison County Fayette line at the milepoint 97 and progress to the Rockcastle-Madison County line at milepoint 74. The traveling public should expect delays during the hours of scheduled repair operations. So keep that in mind if you're going to be traveling overnight tonight and tomorrow. Well, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has closed the bridge over Cane Creek on Kentucky 599 in Powell County after an annual inspection discovered significant deterioration of the structure. The one-lane bridge is located at mile .9 at the intersection of Kentucky 615 near Bowen. It was built in 1950 and has had posted a 3-ton weight limit and is considered structurally deficient with a sufficiency rating of 14.6. Approximately 100 vehicles per day use this section of 599, which connects Kentucky 613 and Kentucky 615 just north of the Mountain Parkway. Drivers can use Kentucky 11, Kentucky 15, Kentucky 1184, and Kentucky 615 through Roslyn as a detour route. Barricades will be in place to block traffic on the closed bridge. Information on the Kentucky bridges is available at the Transportation Cabinet's online data mart at datamart.kytc.ky.gov. Under the Bridges tab, specific information about any bridge in the state is available on a county-by-county basis. The Kentucky 599 Cane Bridge Road was already scheduled for replacement through the Bridging Kentucky initiative. The construction contract has been awarded and work will be replacing the bridge later. Utility relocation is required before construction on the new span can begin. More information on that program is available at bridgingkentucky.com. And with that, we'll go on to our second break of the day. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with COVID numbers from around the Bluegrass and right here in Madison County.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. This part of the Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all your remodels and fabrication needs. Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business when every detail counts. Remember, Davis and Powell Funeral Home. And Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they buy your children's gently worn clothing. With that, we're going to go straight to Ron. He's going to talk new statewide numbers and a breakthrough. 40% of all Kentucky adults are now vaccinated. Here's Ron.
Monday, the numbers stand at 310 new cases reported with 11 new deaths. The positivity rate remains low at 2.89%. There are now 364 hospitalized with the coronavirus, and 87 remain on a ventilator. With the latest numbers, here's Governor Andy Beshear.
Pretty exciting. We have now vaccinated 1,319,323 Kentuckians, and that is just about 40% of our adult population. It is really exciting. The pace continues to be a real positive as we look at the numbers for this week. What we see is already, and we've got another 2 days, 115,820 thus far this week. That's going to increase, we believe, significantly by the time we close out the week. But we have now used 93% of all of our first doses that we have, again, with a couple days to go. First and second doses combined, we're now at 82% of everything being used. And that's a great statistic for us because we don't rush the second one because we insist that it gets to the person it's been designated for. So it's good to see that pick up. Also, individuals 70 and up, we believe we've now vaccinated about 70% of that population and continue to push. That's based on estimates of the overall number of people 70 and up.
For all the latest numbers, information, and updates of COVID-19, stay tuned to WBONTV.com. From the Channel 9 Newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron, for that report. Now, right on to our incidence rate across the state. Madison County still in the orange today at 11.8, down just a little bit from yesterday. We have 3 counties in the red surrounding us, the same 3 counties, Powell, Lee, and Owsley, and we remain with the same 4 counties in the green over on the western part of the state. We are up 2 counties in the red. We were at 6 yesterday, and today we are up to 8. Looks like McCreary County and Harlan County also went red overnight. So Madison County numbers, 26 new cases, 123 active cases. Again, 11.8 is the incidence rate here in Madison County. That is down just a little bit, but still in the orange, working to get back down into the yellow on that area. And EKU numbers, 245 cases, 77 residential students, 114 non-residential students, 52 employees, 2 other with 13 active cases. 231 total recovered at EKU. Vaccine availability today in Berea, tomorrow Wednesday, Irvin, Thursday, Berea, and of course Friday in Richmond as well. And don't forget about those walk-in clinics over at the Madison County Health Department. If you're feeling ill, go ahead today. You have Berea Municipal Garage until 5:30 and Big Hill Christian Church until 5:30, along with all those other sites throughout the rest of the week. Thanks for joining us today on the Daily Community Briefing. We'll be back tomorrow with more breaking news and those COVID numbers. We'll see you here tomorrow at 3 o'clock on the Daily Community Briefing. I'm Grendel Morton, and this is WBON TV News.